Testimony in the trial of a 16-year-old girl could soon end. A woman in Ohio is accused of attacking 3 children on a playground with pepper spray. A 7-year-old boy was killed in a late-night shooting. Police say he was shot just after midnight. The big win will send our Thunder to Dallas for the Western Conference Finals, and they're going to face off against the Mavericks. Let's go to Myron with the latest on all this excitement. Myron, credited with rescuing 11 babies. Baby ducks, to be exact. The mother appeared to be happy to have all of her ducks back in a row. But the Jersey Shore cast runs into trouble. Big surprise. Some of you, including Crystal Bennett right beside me, may have had trouble stomaching that fortune.
That's partying for me.
Yeah, that is a party.
Mowing the lawn, you know.
I don't think you're telling us the full story.
Seriously.
We'll see if you stick to that later.
Okay.
Well, if you're away from your TV, you can still see Fox 25 while you're on the go.
Yeah, that's where pharmacist Jerome Ursland shot at robber Antoine Parker once, then came back and shot him 5 more times. Look at this home behind me. When the tornado came through, it basically looks like the home basically caved in on itself.
Now it's, you can see, pretty frozen on the inside. I have cocoa slushy at this point.
Wanting him to go to rehab.
Since when was good behavior news? Sounds like a potential Lizzie Lohan story in the future.
That's
maybe.
True. Let's get to
Hopefully
that.
she does behave. We'll
give
meet
you that
Thunder
update
up
next week.
Yes. Would you be able to take your business away from the church in this area?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Neighbors say prostitutes use the family worship center for their business.
It was weird that you would see that at a church.
They're still sitting on the church. They do business in the church parking lot.
Folks tell us too many girls walk by the church and too many Johns drive by. Others say they've seen worse nearby.
Oral sex. Them climbing in the church and giving oral sex.
Some neighbors say they're worried for their kids. Tamara Neal says she tells the prostitutes to stay away.
This is war. I mean, if that's the way you want it, it's crazy. It has to stop.
Neighbors are telling us that you're working this area. They're asking the prostitutes to stay off the church property and out of these streets.
Neighbors say they do not believe the prostitutes will go away, but hope to convince them to move their business off holy ground and away from kids.
I wanted to actually sit and talk with them and see if we come up with some kind of agreement. If you see kids out, could you take it somewhere else?
Flea market shoppers, beware. What you buy may be stolen.
Literally everything in the booth was mine. It was costume jewelry.
Kathy Nichols says she found her stolen stuff at this flea market in the metro. Her home was ransacked 6 months before.
I asked them where they got their things, and she said different sources.
Kathy says the manager did not offer to give her stuff back, so Kathy and I went in to find her things.
Do not turn that on in here.
The owner was not happy Kathy came back.
My reputation is on the line.
And this,
people like these come in
and
lie about me.
She wanted to come in.
She wanted to come in and what?
She wanted to come in and find the goods that were stolen.
Would you like an escort, ma'am?
No, I went back there and it's not there anymore.
Isn't it your job to ask the vendor where they got their stuff as well?
No, of course it isn't. Why in the world would I do that? Should I ask her where she got this? You think I should?
Oklahoma City police say they do not require flea market vendors to track what they sell.
We don't actually go out and actively check flea markets for the stolen property. That's not to say that stolen property doesn't periodically come through flea markets.
One former FBI agent says that leaves flea markets as open markets for thieves.
Right now we're going to go into Old Paris Flea Market. It's one of the larger ones in the metro. I'm going to be in there with Jeff Jenkins, former FBI agent who used to visit various flea markets to find smuggled goods. I've got a hidden pen cam on me, and we'll see what we can find.
17. I can get it for you brand new, man.
This vendor would not say where he got his supplies.
You have shopper. Man, you can run the phone number down, man.
Moving inside,
you give me a appraisal form, slip.
Jenkins wanted to buy a $4,500 necklace. He says this vendor would not give him proper warranty. Then the vendor tells Jeff about a friend who can give a good deal on a TV.
What you got in mind? 50, 52, 55. What's the price you got in mind? How much are you? On the Sony? I think 600. That's what I'm looking for.
a TV that would normally cost hundreds more. Jenkins warns buyers to ask vendors hard questions.
I want to know where their supplier house is and where you're getting them from.
As for Kathy, the owner of the flea market could not find the phone number of the vendor who had her stuff.
I don't have time to go to every single pawn shop in Oklahoma City.
Kathy has a warning for flea market shoppers.
And you know that it's used items, you don't know where it, you have no idea where it comes from.
A new life begins here. Sometimes it ends here.
By 22 weeks, they gave us the news that the kidneys had failed. The prognosis was very low.
Stephanie Stewart knew her baby boy may not survive. He had a rare fetal condition that damages the bladder and lungs.
Every day was a blessing in the same sense it was a curse, because every day you're thinking about the last day for him.
Stephanie wanted to capture her son's last day on Earth. So she contacted photographer Carrie LaFollette.
It is forever capturing the image of that child. Forever. You can forget what your child looked like.
Carrie says her work has its critics. Some find it morbid and appalling.
It's no different than a living child for them, and they want those children to be remembered.
On May 22nd, 2009,
That's my baby.
Stephanie went into labor early.
I was only 35 weeks, so I probably shouldn't have been in labor.
Carrie got a late-night call to rush to the labor unit.
Yes, cry.
4 pounds, 15 ounces. He's tiny.
Stephanie names him Vaden. Doctors give him 1 hour to live.
Anything you can find, to capture so that they have as much as possible, because there's no second chances.
We got to give him a bath, we got to change him, sing happy birthday. I sang You're My Sunshine to him. They were monitoring his heartbeats and they were going lower and lower.
More than 3 hours later, Vaden takes his final breath.
And my husband and I got into bed and we went to sleep with him.
That's my favorite.
Van and Stephanie look at the photos often.
He's a part of our family. His pictures are up in the house. He's our son.
Stephanie is now pregnant again, and she believes Vaden watches over her and the new baby.
I know he is. I know he is. He's an older brother to something.